Mikhail Jarrett, who was among two Linstead men robbed and killed, is laid to rest. At the time he was killed, his youngest child was just 2 weeks old, and he was planning to get married in August. 38-year-old Mickelle Jarrett, who was among two men robbed and killed recently, was full of life and full of plans. He recently bought a motor car and was extending his house. 2 weeks before he was cut down, his fourth child, a girl, was born. He was engaged to that child's mother, Kamisha Gordon. Both of them were planning to get married in August 2023. In Kamisha's eyes, Jarrett was the ideal man, a man she could always count on. The grief was palpable on Sunday, June 4, during Jarrett's Thanksgiving service. The gathering was so large, the Linstead Gospel Hall building overflowed. Members of the bereaved family wore mainly blue. Jarrett's fiancée started a tribute but broke down in tears. Her cousin, Lorian Marshall, filled in and read the remainder of the tribute, in which the fiancée recalled starting to date Jarrett in 2017.
He said to his daughter, "Jada, see a new stepmother here?" And I replied, "Stop telling people foolishness, young man." Funny how fast that became reality. It didn't take long for me to fall in love with him.
The couple eventually started living together. Their union produced 2 girls.
In 2018, we started our little family. When we welcomed Millie, I was confident he would be a great father, and he did not disappoint. Time went by, and only 2 weeks before he was taken from us, we welcomed our second bundle of joy, Kelsey. He left a lot of memories behind. A few minutes I have here is just not enough to share 39 years of beautiful memories we all share with him.
The fiancée, standing in the middle on your screen, recalled almost becoming Mrs. Jarrett.
He proposed to me in 2022, and our wedding would have been this year, August, but unfortunately, your time here was cut short. I'm proud to say that you were the best fiancé, a great son, brother, father, uncle, classmate, and so much more. We are all lucky to have known you, to have loved you, and to be loved by you. No one knew me like Shrey. He understood and cared for me despite me being the good person I am. He ensured I felt safe, happy, secure, comfortable, and loved.
Things took a dramatic turn on April 19, 2023, the day Jarrett and another man were slain. Jarrett had returned from work at Jamaica Broilers and was at home. He reportedly was asked to go on a work mission with another resident of his community, Ferrell Bedward, who operated a delivery truck. Shortly before 4 p.m., while both men were unloading the delivery truck at Berkshire Hall in St. Catherine, they were pounced upon by gunmen who robbed and killed them. In a tribute read in part on her behalf, Jarrett's fiancée recalled the last time she saw her would-be husband alive at home and how she heard of his death.
On Wednesday, April 19th, after he came home from work, washed, cooked, and we fell asleep together, I was awakened by the worst news I am yet to receive. Randolph, his brother, called me while banging on the door. "Kamisha, Kamisha. Call Trey, they just here said and shoot up Benny truck." He was in the living room sleeping. I didn't even know that he left. How could he leave without telling me? My fiancé, my day maker, my light on the darkest day, my best friend. I'm sorry you had to go. I'm sorry we didn't get to say goodbye. We're all sorry, but rest in eternal peace, my love. You did not deserve the end you got, but your memories live forever.
The murder has devastated Jarrett's close relatives, including his mother, Veronica Jarrett, better known as Miss Vanny, who is shown on your screen in white headpiece. She told the Beacon that her late son was not a wrongdoer, but was a hard worker and a dedicated family man Another person who spoke highly of the slain Jarrett and his family is Devon Smith, a leading community activist in Linstead and former president of the Linstead Community Development Committee.
God is with you, Miss Bunny and the family. And we're not going to give up. We're not going to be dismayed. We're still going to continue to hold on.
Pastor Garfield Christie added his voice to those speaking out against the double murder, noting that times are perilous. He also argued that crimes of the sort are unfair to relatives of the victims, especially their children. The clergyman, who made reference to the many plans that Jarrett had, drew the conclusion that life is uncertain. In light of that, he encouraged people to put godliness over money and other forms of vanity.
Let this be the prayer and the desire of us all this afternoon, that we trust Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior before it is too late.
The late Jarrett is said to have lived such a huge life. It was hard even for his sister-in-law and eulogist, Regina Gale, to decide just where to start.
Most of us will remember him as an extraordinary, cheerful, and good-natured person, son, brother, father, partner, relative, and a friend who had such a big life and touched so many people. It's hard to know where to begin.
She started at the start, Jarrett's birth.
Mikhail Jarrett Trey was born on May 18, 1984, third child to Veronica and Lemuel Jarrett. He started attending Miss Johnson's basic school at the age of 3 years old and then went on to attend Linstead Primary and Junior High School, where he completed his studies.
Jarrett was said to be diligent and hardworking, doing odd jobs in and around his hometown in pursuit of self-improvement.
Throughout his years, he had worked at Biggs Wholesale on Gillette Street, which was his first job, but he always aspired for more, so he went on to do plumbing. Since then, he worked at K&K Wholesale and Jamaican Brawlers.
In addition to loving the job that facilitated honest living, Jarrett immensely loved his family, including his 4 children.
Although he was a dedicated worker, he was an even more devoted and family-orientated individual whose family was of paramount importance in his life. He had 6 brothers, Romaria, Adrian, Shane, Onandi, Tyreek, and Javon Jarrett, and 4 sisters, Yvonne McFarlane, Shanice, Onisia, and Shireen Finley. He was also father to 4 children, 1 boy, Dominic Jarrett, and 3 girls, his oldest daughter being Jada, Amelia, and Paisley Jarrett.
The sister-in-law further stated that Jarrett was jovial.
If there is one person we're sure could have you laughing for days, that is Trey. Never a dull moment. So many fun memories and so many laughs.
A number of other people participated in the Thanksgiving service, which eventually came to an end. It was time to start the journey from the church to Commodore Cemetery in Linstead. The procession paused at the intersection of Grove Road and Fletcher's Avenue. Bikers followed the brown hearse, which was decorated with blue ribbons. As the procession got closer to the cemetery, the casket was removed from the hearse. Pallbearers carried it through the streets on their shoulders. They reached outside Commodore Cemetery. Jarrett was finally at his last resting place on earth. The people jostled for a last look. His mother, Miss Vanny, stared him in the face, still can't believe he's gone. She wept moments later as the body was being lowered into the grave.
Take your time. Take your time. We therefore commit his body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, and dust to dust. Father and God, we thank you again for this afternoon. We thank you for the privilege that we had to come and give you thanks for the life of one who you lent to us.
Jarrett eventually was interred, leaving behind a plethora of unfinished plans and a family laden with unanswered questions regarding his untimely death. On behalf of video editor Dean Alcott, I am Horace Mills reporting from Linstead in St. Catherine for the Jamaica Beacon.